Hello. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigation 2. Now it is time to start to Turnabout. No, the Captive Turnabout. Captive Part 1. Let's go. Oh, left the... Oh, okay. So we got the Captive Turnabout. Oh, I know that silhouette. You're gonna come to know that silhouette very well. Sorry, my voice is funny today. Turnabout Legacy. The Turnabout Forsaken. That looks like okay. And Turnabout for the Aged. But we're here. And go. And go. And go. And go. The Captive Turnabout. This is ominous. Side. Oh shit, it's Bronco Night. So the victim this time is the bad guy last time. See? Bloody puppy. Oh god. Thinking about a dog cutting his... March 27th. Detention Center. I think this is what, 2 days after the fact? And in this version of America, they don't play. Still no sign of them, huh? Yeah. How long do they intend to keep us waiting? Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Was that Edgeworth that said that? I thought it was Gumshoe. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure the guard will bring him in any second now. Killing of Bastion Rook. It's been 2 days since the incident at the park. Today, we're paying a visit to the detention center. Our aim, of course, is to interview Bronco Knight, charged with murder. His trial is due to start tomorrow, and I am to be the prosecutor behind the bench, so 3 days. 3 days he gets killed and then is put to trial. So he doesn't just sit there in jail for months and months before the trial even starts. Sounds pretty efficient, but let me shut up before I... What's taking so long? You there, what's going on? My time is precious! We've got a situation! It's Night. He's been killed. What? Killed? In the detention center? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Right, guard. Take us to the scene of the crime at once. Yes, sir. Your life, your choice. I'm studying for a prison. Oh, that's right. I do remember. I'm getting, like, very vivid flashbacks of this one. I do remember this one. So, it didn't happen in the holding cells? But surely, that was where he was being held. What's the holdup? The crime scene's this way. But where are you taking us? Doesn't this door lead to the prison proper? Yes. You mean those other cells aren't part of the prison? Not exactly, no. Those are the detention center's holding cells. That's where the defendants are kept while they're awaiting trial. The area beyond this door serves a rather different purpose. Yeah, it's where people who are convicted serve out their time. I suppose you could say it's the last place a great thief should ever want to be. I've unlocked it, sir. Please follow me. That's Knight, all right. But he's dead. How could this have happened? How did he wind up inside the prison proper? Lay gasp. What the hell is that area behind us? This is horrible. How did Mr. Knight get himself murdered? I can hardly believe it myself, but there can be no doubting the evidence of our own eyes. Say that. Gotta get the finger going. And what's he doing here? I thought he was being held in the detention center, no? He was. Must have been. His trial hadn't even begun yet. The law states that until convicted, suspects are to be kept in cells separate from the main prison. Only those who have been found guilty are sent to the prison proper. There's no way Knight should have been in here. Maybe he wandered his way over? The detention center and the prison are separated not only by two heavy doors, but also a lengthy corridor. That would have been a long way to wander, especially for a detainee. I suppose we'd better take a look at Knight's body. We need to examine the scene of the crime carefully if we want to get to the bottom of this. Bronco Knight, killed the day before his court date. You better take a closer look. His busted up neck. Ugh. His neck brace is soaked with blood from the hole in his neck. It would have seemed that it's the cause of death and that it was probably instantaneous. He wouldn't have even had the chance to cry out for help. There's a small cut on his scalp, too. Was he struck on something? Maybe he fell and hit his head after he was stabbed in the throat? It's possible, but it's way too early to say with any certainty. Hey, you have your camera with you, correct? Could you lend it to the detective so he can photograph the body? Sure thing. All yours, Gummy. Thanks. Alright, here we go. His clothes sure are a mess, though, huh? Indeed, they appear to be covered in dirt. Guess he's like me when it comes to laundry. It'd be a grave error to think that anybody else could be quite like you, detective. A rubber glove. Yep, just the one, though. I should examine it in more detail. Dirt. There's mud all over it. Maybe the prisoners were making mud pies? I wish I could have joined them. I love making mud pies. Not anywhere near my crime scene, you're not. Inmate use only. I guess that means that it must be one of the prisoners who's using it, right? Yes, you would certainly imagine so. Main event. The fingers are covered in blood on this side. I think we can safely assume that this glove was dropped sometime after Knight's blood had been spilt. We can? How come? Because it had been on the floor when the pool of blood was forming. Then the blood would have flowed around it, not underneath it. Oh, meaning there'd only be a band of blood around the edges of the fingers, not all over the backside. Assuming the glove was discarded after the blood had pooled around the body. Maybe our murderer ditched it after they did the deed. It's certainly a possibility. At the very least, whoever it was that dropped it must have seen the body. You there. Yes, sir? Have you seen that glove before? Yes, sir. Prisoners wear them for work. It's strange, though. Prisoners issued with those gloves are under strict orders to keep them in their cells. They aren't allowed to take them out without permission, and we always check. I suppose that would explain why there aren't any other gloves in the workshop. There we go. Sorry, I accidentally unplugged my mic and then tried to plug it back in while it was still on. I'm a genius. Yeah. Huh? Is that? Oh, I've seen one of those in your office, Mr. Edward. I'm sure you have, Detective. It's a pocket chess set. The victim's, I'd imagine. Makes sense. He loved chess after all. Yeah, it would have been a good way to pass the time. They allowed him to keep that? Okay. The body is partially covered by a dirt-stained tarp. There's a rope on top of it. Knight tied up with the ropes. Let's take a look under the sheet as well. Look at all that red stuff. Yes, I'd say that's blood. Should keep looking around. There's bound to be more secrets to uncover. I'm sure of it. There's something on his finger. Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a ring. And an expensive looking one at that. Don't even think about it, Ken. What? I didn't say anything. You didn't have to. Check. Bottles? What's with all the weird equipment? That looks like, are they giving birth? I'm not sure, but I don't see anything particularly suspicious here. Smells weird though. Kind of musky, like wet fur. I didn't know you had such a keen nose. Oh, it's nothing special really, except when it comes to sniffing out treasure. I mean to steal all my valuables away in airtight containers. No way, Mr. Edgeworth, I'd never steal any of your stuff. You would happily steal someone else's? I'm not sure that's entirely reassuring. Is that a whip? Trying to inspect everything. Oh, they're showing us that there can be 2 pages. Or with a crane. Like a pulley of some sort. Maybe the prisoners use it for work? I suppose so, yes. Okay. So I know you're going to say no, but absolutely not, Kay. You are not permitted to swing on that rope. Ah, I knew it! I don't know you're being serious. Having something weird like this in a prison, huh? Or weird having something like this in a prison, huh? A cage inside a cage? Technically, Kay? Prison isn't made up of cages, but cells. What's the difference? No offense, Mr. Edgeworth, but you gotta look at the basic nature of things more. I'm with her, to be honest. Yes, the basic nature of an investigation is the pursuit of accurate facts and information. Alright, quit being white. Equip. Oh, damn it, I hit B instead of... Yeah, you said that already, stir. These tarps are rather colorful. They kind of stand out in a room like this, don't they? They certainly don't look like they belong in a prison. Look, there's a whip on top of them. You know what that reminds me of? You know who that reminds me of, right? Hey, maybe it's actually hers. Maybe she left it here? Not a chance. She and her whip are attached to the rest, trust me. There was a rope near Knight's body, too. So, let me get this straight. This prison has a whip and a free rein rope. You just want the inmates to kill themselves, don't you? Speaking of which, want to see my super stealthy rope escape trick? Thanks, but I'll let you know when I'm in to say it. You seem genuinely disappointed. See what the fuck this area is. This part of the floor is covered with dirt. You know what that means, sir? Footprints! Too many footprints, unfortunately. We'll need a specialist to identify them. Guess we gotta just wait until forensics gets here. Yes. Meantime, if you could refrain from treading all over it. Wouldn't want to slip up and get the old jacket dirty, huh? Good point, Mr. Edgeworth. Thanks. My concern was for the footprints, not your jacket, detective. Distracted. I don't know. Are you back here? Or don't go past the dead body. It's a sink. It doesn't seem to contain any useful clues. Nope. No whiff of treasure either. You do know we're not actually looking for treasure, right? It's probably some of the logic. The bloody tarp and the pirate tarp. I'll bet you they're related. These tarps have a pretty distinctive design. In fact, it's the same design as the bloody tarp around Mr. Knight's body. The bloody tarp, not the bloody tarp. Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. That'll teach you to be so careless, Mr. Edgeworth. You need to keep your treasures close when there's a great thief around. Thought you were on sabbatical? Yeah, she did say that, didn't she? Huh. Not a bad bit of evidence gathering. Nothing can stop us when we're on the hunt together, right, Gummy? You betcha. We're unstoppable. Regular Three Musketeers. Let's not get carried away, Detective. There's one thing we still haven't found. Huh? What do you mean, sir? What's missing from this crime scene? The bloody murder weapon. I see no sign of a murder weapon anywhere. You're right. I didn't even think of that. Investigative principles we're talking about here. Yeah, you call yourself a detective. We'll just have to fuck it out later. Sorry, sir. Don't worry, Gummy. It hadn't crossed my mind either. In fact, it hardly puts my mind at ease, Kay. Items that could prove even potentially legal are strictly controlled within the prison. After all, we wouldn't want the inmates getting their hands on them, would we? Acquiring a murder weapon would be hard enough, let alone leaving the scene with one. Oh yeah, nice thinking, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a murder weapon. Where has it gone? The answers to these questions may be the keys to figuring out what happened here. Huh? Didn't know the guy had a whole entourage. Excusez-moi, but this is the scene of the crime, right? Wait a second, are you? No way. Those piercing eyes. That furrowed brow. Mr. Fender, it has been far too long. I know, right? But even after all this time, I'd know that deep brow anywhere. That neckwear, obs. So, we've got I know, right? And obs. Okay, so he talks like this. But I can't do it without sounding like a valley girl, and this is clearly a dude, so I don't know what to do. Manfred von Karma, the man, the legend. Gotta say, I didn't expect to see you here. Hold it. What are you talking about, pal? This is Mr. Edgeworth, not that old geezer. Detective, please. Edgeworth? Wow, guess that explains the fresh face. Can't blame a guy for mixing you two up, though. You're the spitting image of the old devil in his day. I see you haven't changed. How many years has it been? Man, good question. But who's counting it? Been away traveling so long I lost track. You know how it is. But you know what I do remember? You betraying everything you were supposed to stand for. Who is this? Whoa, where did that come from? Who are you anyway? This is Eddie Fender. He's a defense attorney. Okay, so what was his name in the fan translation? Eddie Fender. Edward Eddie Fender. His name was Ray Shields. That's right, Raymond Shields. Ray Shields is just such a cool name. But like Eddie Fender. No, I like Ray Shields better. That was a miss. This one in particular was a miss. Enchante, as they say. Fender's the name and defendant's the game. I'm a bit of an ace attorney. Title! Detective Dick Gumshoe. And I'm Kay Faraday, great thief. I'm on sabbatical at the moment. Great thief? Wow, that's so romantic. Très chic, if you will. Right? It's nice to finally meet someone who gets it. I'm looking to expand the franchise, actually. I even made signing up super simple. Sounds awesome. I'd love to come hang with you guys if you'll have me. Sorry, I should also mention that it's girls only. They have to be super fun and super cool, and hey, I totally get it. No hard feelings, yeah? Come on, bring it in. You've got to be kidding. Sir, I think she's still 17. Yeah, sir. My bad, my bad. I'm just so used to how they do things elsewhere, you know? And why are you here, Mr. Fender? Oops, almost forgot this is your scene. Keeping the defense out is strategy number one in the Von Karma playbook, after all, isn't it? Hey, quit it with all the Von Karma stuff, pal. What gives?
Hold it!
Detective, calm yourself. His attitude is unfortunately understandable. It is? I take it you are Mr. Knight's attorney? Discharged, Your Honor. Your Honor. Well, I was supposed to be anyway. So he was planning to represent Knight. The client hadn't been prepared. He and I would have faced off against each other in court. I'd better see what he has to say for himself. So, the victim asked you to represent him? Sure did. We were supposed to have a little chat today. As was I. The guard showed up instead and told us that his body had been found. I'm as bummed about it as you. Even brought him some weenies to cheer him up. Mr. Fender, you know you can't bring food into the prison. Do what I want. Oh, yeah, well, it's here now. Want some? Cool advice I picked up on my travels. So, Moorish? So, Moorish. No, thank you. Fine, you do you. What are you doing here, anyhow? Don't tell me you wanted to hear Knight's side. Von Karma was always more of a convicted defendant at all costs guy. He didn't teach you that? He didn't teach you that? That was a long time ago. Wait. Hold on a second. I want to look something up timeline-wise. So, who's the dead guy? Bronco Knight. So, he died March of 2018. Did all the Von Karma stuff happen? Oh, like 3 years ago? Never mind. Okay, so yeah, this is long after the fact. Got it. If you say so. Sure you don't want any weenies? You don't want this weenie? No, thank you. Have you met with your client previously? Yes, indeed, Your Honor. Just yesterday, in fact. The Bronxster called me the minute he was arrested. Sounded really freaked out, man. Oh yeah, mentioned your little performance, too. According to him, you really made a nuisance of yourself. And not a kind word was spoken, I'm sure. Well, sticks and stones and all that. Boy, did he not like you. Trash talked you something fierce. Can't say I didn't join in the fun, though. Fun? How dare you, Mr. Fender? Lighten up, kid. Kind of a fixture in the visitor's room here. I don't think I ever had that much of a gas. Oh, so you come here a lot? Hey, don't quit getting the wrong idea, little sis. I'm never on the wrong side of the bars. Just happen to know someone who is. The visitor's room is usually where I'm at. But this isn't exactly my first time in the clink, either. Which case, I'd better ask him what he knows about this room. Tell me, what do you know about the scene of the crime? Huh? Oh, this room? No, dude. No. Dude, it's so weird, the French and the dude. What do you know about it? I'll give you 3 choices. Doesn't matter which one you pick, because none are correct. Is it a morgue? Oh, it does have a dead body in it. Dead body equals morgue, am I right? Am I right? Now let's see what the answer key has to say, shall we? Oh no, you got it wrong. This is actually a workshop. So all the options he gave me were wrong. How infantile. The cons come here to perform various duties. I don't like that being the quote he used. It's where they can learn new skills too. Banks and qualifications for when they're back on the street. See? How is access to this room controlled? Who has the key? Chill out, Edgeworth. I don't have all the answers. My man over there probably does, though. Right, compadre? Yes, sir. The workshops aren't locked with physical keys. Their doors are fitted with sensors instead. What kind of sensors? Inmates are issued with special bracelets, sir. When they walk through a workshop door, the sensor checks their bracelet. Oh, I want that for my home. And if they're not supposed to be there, ding-a-ling-a-ling, an alarm sound. If they let it ring for too long, then they get a real shock, if you know what I mean. And if they try to break or remove the bracelet, shock 3 times worse. What? That's brutal. I'm saying to ensure that the inmates follow the rules, but that sounds a bit excessive. So basically, wait, did he say all inmates? Basically, it's like, here's your daily schedule, you're gonna follow it. I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at, like, the shock treatment thing. I'm not mad at the whole, like, alarm going off if you're not supposed to be there thing. Work. If they wish to pass through a door like this one, prisoners need to be accompanied by a guard. We disable the sensor for them and let them in. You get all that? Have any prisoners used this workshop today? No, sir. No one's been in here for days. I'd know if they had. So no prisoners have entered, let alone used this workshop today? Or for days? Which means that there's a contradiction in this crime scene. Namely, there's something here that shouldn't be. Yeah, the whole fucking body. I'll take another quick look over the crime scene and employ my powers of deduction to solve this mystery. Back to the body, back to the body, back to the body. I'm a scour. Okay, so we got a new saying for this game, clearly. Oh, hello, son. Lord. Oh, yeah, Could this be related to the evidence somehow? Eureka! Eureka! Prisoners aren't able to come and go from this workshop as they please. The door sensor would detect their bracelets and the alarm would sound. What's more, according to the guard, no prisoners are authorized to be in this room at all. And yet we have a rubber glove, the kind issued to inmates. This is a clear contradiction. So where did the glove come from, sir? I don't know. Not yet, anyway. All I know for now is that the glove is a valuable piece of evidence. Investigation complete. You, apart from the prisoners and guards, who else has access to this room? No one, sir. This is a prison after all. Prisoners and guards are pretty much all there is. Hold it, Defender. Come on, don't play us like that, friend. We both know that's not true. You know as well as I do that prisoners and guards aren't the only ones who can come in here. Huh? Oh, do you mean... But sir, they're... Mr. Fender, would you care to get to the point? Who exactly are you talking about? What? You don't have a pair of peepers in that hard head of yours? You didn't see them on the way in? Wandering about in the corridors, chilling with their buds? I bet if you moseyed on out of the door right now, you'd trip over one of them before you'd taken a step. Listen, pal. I've had just about enough of your baloney. Take a chill pill, big guy. I'm on your side. You know, for such a wide fella, you have a very narrow mind. What did you... Hold it! Detective. Sorry, sir. Look, just follow me, okay? Seeing is believing. Isn't that what they say? Is this a bloody cave? This is no ordinary slammer. Here, the humans share the space with some special friends. Animals? Yep, furred and feathered fellas of all shapes and sizes. Guard filled me in on how it came about. Seems they decided to try a little experiment in animal therapy a few years back. The cons are assigned a critter each, a buddy to help their spirits up. Oh, I want a kitty! Oh, my kitty's out there yelling at me because I have the door shut. Really? Wow. That sounds like so much fun. Plus, inmates can even earn pet care qualifications if they go through some job training with the animal. Oh, that must be what all the equipment in the workshop is for. You got it. Room set up specially for that training set. So, when you said somebody else could have been at the scene of the crime, back the mundo, big guy. I was talking about these guys. That just means you're still talking baloney. What would an animal do with a rubber glove? Okay, hold on. Who is this guy? 36? Good question. All I'm saying is that it was possible. The rest is Mr. Prosecutor's problem. Sir Edgeworth, sir! You want me to arrest this piece of baloney? Just say the word. Let me get this straight. Are you saying these animals can wander freely around the prison? You know those sensors on the doors? They detect the prisoner's bracelets and sound the alarm when somebody goes walkabout. Well, for our furry friends, it's the other way around. They're fitted with microchips that open the doors right up. They are? Uh-huh. They're implanted just under the skin around the shoulders. Big needle, quick jab, and voila. What? Doesn't it hurt? Nope, they don't feel a thing. That's what they tell me anyway. Now, where was I? Alright, so the point is, they're not the baddies here, so there's no reason to punish them. It's ironic, really. Here in this institution where the humans are caged, the animals are free to roam to their heart's content. I kind of love this, actually. I'm not mad at this. It feels like it shouldn't happen because, I mean, I feel like the prisoners could just... Well, they're not completely free, though. They can't leave the prison properly. No sensor on that big mother of a door out, you see? Ah! What's that tinkling? Sir? Oh, that's an old puppy. Just look at that thing. Is that a bell around its neck? That explains the sound, I suppose. Mr. Edgeworth, were you seriously trying to stare it down? I refuse to lose to a dog. Not for nothing, sir, but your dog handling skills could use some work. Leave it to a pro. I know how to treat them right. Come on now. Come to Gummy. Oh, okay, bye. Also, is that guy behind the horse, is he shitting? He is, isn't he? Looks like his pants are around his ankles. What? You gotta go, you gotta go. Man, ignored by a dog. That dog was certainly very different to the other animals. It seemed to have a real thing against me. I know my name. Alrighty then. You met the menagerie. What's next? Guess we better interview some witnesses, right, sir? Indeed. We need more information regarding what was happening around the time the body was found. Let's start with that guy. Hey, you there in the cell. Why does he look like he's made of clay golem or something? It's because his eyes are obscured. Lord again. Hello? We were wondering if you might be able to tell us anything about this morning's incident. Is anyone else a little afraid of this guy? Not a big talker, huh? It's alright, man. I'm on your side here. Start with a handshake, huh? Maybe a hug to break the ice? Do not hug the inmates, sir. Seconds. Out. That's supposed to mean? Hey, I get it, man. Not everyone's the hugging type. I'm cool with that. I love him! Who is he? I love him! Look at the bear! Round 1. 10 reps each. What is this man up to? I better see what he has to say for himself. Your name? From the blue corner, it's Rocco D259 Carcerado. Rocco Carcerado. just want to know what his name was. Carcerato. I'm making this Italian as fuck by trying to put too many C's in it. What was your name in the original, or the, whatever? J. Elbird. Oh, like Jailbird. This name is much better. Rocco Carcerato. Rocco Carcerato. Because he's incarcerated. Oh, excuse me. You don't mind if I keep moving, do you, boss? Fighter can't let his heart rate drop, you see. Doesn't look like there's any danger of that. Don't worry. You'll lose too much weight. Don't you worry, you'll lose too much weight doing all that? Gotta make weight before a fight, boss. Won't even make it to the ring if you don't. So you're... Wait, I get it. You gotta be a boxer, right? Was, back in the day. It's good to stay fighting fit. Leastways, that's how I see it. So, is the bear part of your training too? It's kind of like an apron. It's so cute. It's so cute. Ain't nothing cute about Teddy. Kid's my partner, see? This here polar bear keeps me on my toes. He seems so loosened up a little. Now's my chance. I love him and I want him. Where were you and Teddy at the time of the incident? Come on, boss. I ain't no stoolie. And I don't know nothing know-how. I'll be the judge of that. Please answer the question. Get you punch drunk or something, boss? I told you, I don't know zip. I won't play ball. He's a prisoner. What did you think was gonna happen? I wouldn't tell you shit either if I was behind bars. One of you'll put me behind back there. Guess there's only one thing to do, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. The more he protests his ignorance, the more certain I am he's hiding something. Alright, let's see exactly what you do and don't know, shall we, Mr. Carcerato? Mind chess, here we go. Here we go. Now, let us analyze the state of play. He adopts a boxing stance when he's on high alert. My guess is that things won't go well if I push too hard at such moments. When my opponent is on the offensive, I should remain calm and bide my time. Now maybe I'll open eventually, when I'll pounce. First, let's see if our friend here knows anything about the incident. I'll start by asking about his movements. Bring this fight to an end before he knows what hit him. Why don't you start by telling me what you've done today? You will answer me, Mr. Carcerato. What? What? You want a shot at the champ? Is that it? Then put him up, pal. Throwing in the towel already? That's gotta be a record. Fisticuffs is hardly my style, but I'm more than happy to take you on any game of chess. Incidentally, you don't get tired ducking and diving like that all the time? You think I don't got the stamina, kid? Oh, just you try me. I ain't tired, not today, not ever. Especially not today. I took it real easy this morning. Had me some quiet cell time. Hardly broke a sweat. Really? You look pretty sweaty to me. Give me a break, will ya? I'm done talking, okay? I'm tired. Yeah, real tired. You may have kept your boxing skills sharp, Mr. Carcerato, but I'm afraid your lying needs quite a bit of work. Tired? Really? I hardly think that's possible. Especially not after you just told me about your quiet cell time this morning. Oof, we gotta be careful here, Teddy. When this guy lands, he lands. He's hiding something, I'm sure of it. I should try asking him about what was happening at the time of the incident, both in and outside his cell. I don't need to use my fists and stuff. No, I'll deliver this knockout. Carefully chosen words alone. Do you remember what you were doing at the time of the incident? I was, catching some Z's. We both was. We both was. I know what accent I'm trying to go for. I can't. It's like Danny DeVito, Bill from Hercules, like that type of accent, I think is what we go for. Or I could be wrong and they're trying to do Ebonics, but that's not right. The incident happened only a short while ago. You seem wide awake, all things considered. Fighter's gotta be able to get up quick when he's down, but he needs his beauty sleep too, builds muscle. Is that so? Then I apologize for waking you. I have read that rest is an important part of any boxer's training regime. You don't say. So, Mr. Prosecutor's savvy when it comes to the fight game, huh? Who knew? Interesting. How do you know that I'm a prosecutor? I don't remember telling you. You've been eavesdropping, haven't you? You've been listening to every word we said out here in the corridor. You weren't asleep, and that you are lying again. You're good, kid. Caught me clean with that one. Alright, I admit it. I wasn't catching no Z's. But what? A guy can't work out in his cell no more without lawyers getting involved? Or is a man taking care of himself a crime now? By the way, he's an important one. He can well prove to be a useful clue. Did you notice anything strange around the time of the incident? What do you mean strange? Answer the question. Tell me what was going on around that time. Wish I could help you, boss. I was asleep. We both was. Time to deploy my clue. Enough of your barefaced lies. You weren't asleep. You were exercising. You told me as much yourself. Ooh, a counterpunch, huh? Should have seen that one coming. Seems I have you on the ropes, Mr. Crescerato. This time, it's time to come clean about what you know. Alright, you don't gotta shout about it. Stomping around like you own the place. Teddy and his pals have been scared enough of this morning already. You've done well to endure this long, but I fear you'll soon be out for the count. You see, the animals have been scared enough already, which implies something happened here earlier. Well, what was it, Mr. Carcerato? Ah! Quit it, will ya? I'm getting shellacked here. Fine. Somebody yelled, okay? Real loud, real scared. Got all the little guys scared, too. Yeah, laugh it up, Mr. Big Shot Lawyer. Let me see you do the same thing in the ring. Checkmate. Check and mate. I think we've now established that you know more than you're letting on, don't you? Fine, I'll talk. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth! Let's not get carried away, Kay. Our work here has only just begun. Hold it. Hey, can we call a timeout here for a sec, guys? There's something super big I need to say. It's just, well, it's like fate brought us here today after all these years, Edgeworth. It's a real privilege watching how you work. Eye-opening stuff, in fact. Just thought you should know I'll be telling you-know-who what you've become. Who-know-who? Keen to get the lowdown, huh?
Hold it!
Well, that's enough. This has nothing to do with Kay. Whoa, don't have a cow, man. Why so sensitive? Report whatever you wish to whomever you wish. Just do it on somebody else's time. Whatever you say, boss man, but I think he should know at least. You know how you've been living your life since you signed on to doing things the Von Karma way? After all, you've disappointed enough for one lifetime already, am I right? What's he talking about, Mr. Edgeworth? Nothing that need concern you, Kay. Our focus should be on Mr. Carcerado. Now, shall we continue? It's time to hear the truth at last. Won't land a glove on me, kid. There was a show, finished right around 10 a.m. Came back here after, did me some training. Leastways I tried to. Barely got to the count of 2 before somebody screams, "What the ah!" Guy was hollering and howling, crying for help. What can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tunes it out, and I gets back to work. I find it curious that you would pay so little heed to a desperate cry for help. He's an inmate. Like I say, boss, what can I do? Besides, this is the joint. Don't nobody thank nobody for getting involved in what ain't none of their concern. I hear you, brother. Best you could do is rubberneck from in there anyway, am I right? You mentioned training, Mr. Carcerado. I can't help but notice how well equipped your cell is. There's a guy, the fixer they call him. What's a fixer? Well, who can get his hands on just about anything you need for a price. No way. You can find me perhaps, Mr. Carcerado. What you ought to ask for is a beginner's guide to giving a better testimony. Because I can promise you that you'll be down for the count in 1. You put me down? Try it, you bum. What am I, chopped liver?
Objection!
Are you listening carefully, Mr. Carcerado? Huh? You trying to be cute or something? The victim died from a wound to the throat, and very quickly at that. He had neither the time nor the ability to scream as you claim he did. Lay gas. You say you heard the victim's cries, and yet that would have been impossible. But there must have been a scream. He said there was. He said there was. Quit looking so smug, will ya? Fine, I admit it. I didn't hear nothing, all right. But the guy in the next cell did. He told me so. Cell? You mean... Huh? What do you want? I heard a scream. What of it? We came back from the show and they put us in our cell, same as always. Then, just like I told this guy, I heard it. A scream. A real scary. Scary how? Look at the little bear. Look at him just standing there. Oh, I see. So he's got shorts and then those are his socks. But yeah, no, he wasn't taking a shit. Didn't tell him this part, I guess, but it was kind of like, eek. Someone, anyone, come quickly. He's... something like that. Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim. It sounds more like it could have been the person who found his body. Ah, that explains it. So, Mr. Carcerado was telling the truth, more or less. Is that really the case, though? Are there really no problems in I'm afraid a new problem has reared its head, namely, why didn't you hear the scream yourself, Mr. Carcerado? Yeah, but gives now. How come you didn't hear anything when your neighbor heard clear as day? Eek! What do you think, I did the crime or something, huh? From inside this here cell? Guy died over in the workshop, in case you forgot. Well, yeah, it does seem a little weird now that you mention it. He's right, neither of us could have done it. Just let me tell you, if I could get out of this here cage and murder somebody, we'd all be toast. Eek! Ain't that the truth? You bums ain't leaving this place in one piece if any of us can help it. I almost forgot that these men are hardened criminals. Well, I won't be doing that again anytime soon. I'm guessing this wasn't how you saw this going, Edgeworth. What's my next move here? I won't get much more out of them in this.
Overruled!
Overruled? Who's there? Oh. Oh. There she is. Order in the court. Your dad made you the boss of me, huh? Can't you see we're kind of busy here? Questioning. Silence is golden. It is. Your hand, if you please. By the power vested in me, I hereby sentence you to blissful silence. Praise be. A simple life awaits you. No money, no possession. May the goddess of justice watch over you now and always. She's a loon. Guard, if you... Looks like you'll be spending the night in solitary, buddy. What? Come on, please, boss. Any place but there. There is no need to be afraid, my child. If anything, you should rejoice. This is a blessing, a chance to redeem yourself. Time to be reborn. He's pulled up by his shirt. No! That felt wrong. Oh, goddess of justice, bless your child and keep him in your care. Oh, Holy One, we give thanks in your name. And you are? Verity Gavale, at your service. Yeah, that is not what her name was before. Verity give. So I'm assuming it's gavel, like the one in her hand, but Gavale. Is it just speed up, or did the... Oh, she's the same height as me. Her name was Justine Courtney. That's right. Justice in Court. Justine Courtney. Now it's Verity Gavale. It is my honor to bear the title of judge and to work at the pleasure of the law. And what is a judge doing in a place like this? that you ask, Mr. I've been sent here to find you. I come bearing a message from the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. There's that word again that I don't have a prayer to say. And it is my sacred duty to deliver it. The Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence? What the heck is that? It is first and foremost a name that should not be taken in vain, my child. For it is a sacred phrase from the goddess of justice herself. Why don't I fill you in, kiddo? The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job is to keep our beloved prosecutors honest. In other words, they make sure people like Edgeworth here don't cross the professional line. The panel is comprised of people from both the legal and political professions. A panel of which you are a member, I must assume? I am. Allow me to thank you on the committee's behalf for your service. Thanks for coming to see us like this. Speaking for myself, it's a real honor to me. It's always great to hang with a judicial compadre. Come on, bring it in and chillax. We're all friends here. Need I remind you that the committee has a long-standing relationship with the Bar Association? Hey, I didn't mean anything by it. Just trying to lighten the mood, okay? So, your job is to find bad prosecutors and punish them? Precisely, my child. Praise be to the goddess of justice for bestowing her gift of insight unto you. The committee has the power to remove problematic prosecutors from prison. And, should a prosecutor truly unworthy of the title be brought to our attention, we are vested with the power to confiscate that prosecutor's badge. And what does the Committee for Prosecutory whatever you said want with Mr. Edgeworth? We're in the middle of an investigation.
Objection!
Pitiful. You really don't know, do you? What an ignoramus. And who are you, pal? Winner? Oh, Winner. Eustace Winner. That was not what his name was either. Eustace? Yeah, so his name was Sebastian de Best, which I think I prefer the other name. The Eustace Winner. So like useless? Whatever. Moving on. Eustace Winner, prosecutor extraordinaire. Though you might know me as just the Winner, a name they call me down at the prosecutor's office. With great affection, I might add. I have never heard of you. How about Detective Flatfoot over there? Nope. Name means nothing to me. Well, it's to be expected of an ignoramus, I suppose. Ignorance is sweet, as they say. So I'm sure most things mean sweet nothings to you. Ignorance is bliss, Winner. And I don't think sweet nothings what you think. It is entirely natural that you aren't yet acquainted. Eustace only joined us just last month. He's nothing but a rookie. I'm not just any rookie. I am a winning rookie. Oh, she's only 26. Shit. I'm not just any rookie. I am a winning rookie. Which he will prove himself to be in due time. Now let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. What do you mean? What mess? I fear I know exactly what he means. The committee sending an envoy with a new prosecutor in tow. I suspect I know what you're getting at, Winter. But I'm gonna need a few more details. Do you mind explaining, Judge Gavale? Very well. By the power vested in me by the Goddess of Justice, I hereby declare that in the matter of the incident at the presidential address and the murder of Mr. Bronco Knight, the committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth is relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winter. Here ends the verdict. What? Mr. Edgeworth is off the case just like that? Judge Gavale, I believe that I asked for an explanation. No explanation is required. The guilty verdict is in. The goddess has spoken, and her judgment is final.
Objection!
And what exactly have I done to warrant being taken off the case? Come now, Mr. Edgeworth. Claiming ignorance of your crimes will not serve to lessen your guilt. Bitch. You boarded the presidential plane, violating the principle of extraterritoriality, and while there, you performed an unsanctioned investigation and subjected a visiting foreign leader to questioning.
Yeah, I did do that. I did do that, didn't I?
You were one wrong move away from causing a major international incident. Living even longer. Ooh, I want one. You vastly overstepped the authority of your office. To call it an abuse of power would be no understatement.
Objection!
I don't deny that I may have pushed the boundaries where certain rules were connected. There's also no denying that certain risks must be taken if one is to arrive at the truth. I refuse to concede that my actions were inappropriate.
Overruled!
Your voice is so husky. Overruled. Then what you are saying is that the ends justify the means? That rules can be freely ignored? That is a very dangerous way of thinking.
Bang. It's like a lightning bolt.
The law is absolute. It is not to be bent to your whims. Forgive me, but not all of us believe as you do. Is that so? How unfortunate. Still, it changes nothing. When a trial ends, the hammer falls. Be you defendant or attorney, even if the verdict seems irrational, nothing more can be done. Nothing, that is, but to give thanks for the Goddess of Justice's divine grace. Unless you wish to appeal, to do so would be to risk your badge, of course. So they need to take my badge if I don't play along. Oh, tough break, Edgeworth. I see you've accepted your fate. Good. Guards, if you would be so kind as to escort him out. No, stop! What are you doing, detective? I'm in charge here now, so you'll do as I say and move out of the way. What? You're not the boss of me. Unluckily for you, Flatfoot, that's exactly what I am. They're holding all the cards here, I don't see it. Detective Gunshoe, do as Mr. Winter says. But sir... 17? How y'all becoming lawyers? But sir... Judge Gavale. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. The committee's decision is beyond irrational, so yes, I do claim that you haven't heard the last of this. Noted. Until we meet again, then. Let's go, Kay. We're leaving. Right. Oh, and remember, you know who will be getting a full report on all of this. Oh dear. I don't remember who. I don't know who. I'm sure I will be reminded of who. But but in this moment I don't remember who. Alright, well that was the Captive Turnabout Part 1. We're gonna take a break so that I can, like, fully finish cleaning my mess up. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back. My goal is to finish this today. It might not be till late this evening, but cool with that. Anyway, thanks for hanging out.